Concussion signs can be observed.
Eric Herrera is standing in front of a high school training complex wearing a black and white referee uniform. A logo for the CDC appears, featuring an abstract bird made of human faces in profile.
They generally indicate that a person is experiencing symptoms related to their injury. Some concussion signs may appear immediately, but others may take longer to notice. Concussion signs an athlete might show after a bump, blow, or jolt to the head or hit to the body that causes the head to move back and forth include appearing dazed or stunned or having difficulty focusing.
The outline of a young man appears on screen, revealing an illustration of his brain. The head shakes back and forth, and the brain rattles inside the skull. A black lightning bolt appears on the brain. A girl in a wheelchair appears, with stars and lightning bolts around her head.
Appearing confused.
A male football player stands on a football field with his arms outstretched. He is then hit with a football in the stomach.
Looking unsure of game, score, or opponent.
A girl wearing a sports uniform and a hijab stands with her arms outstretched, with a thought bubble above her head containing a question mark.
Moving clumsily, appearing off balance or dizzy.
A girl wearing a helmet and carrying a softball bat walks clumsily across the field.
Being slow to answer questions.
A boy wearing a baseball glove and holding a baseball shrugs his shoulders. A speech bubble above his head says,
Losing consciousness only occurs in about 10 to 15% of concussions.
A girl wearing a gymnastics uniform hangs her head as she sits on the floor of a gymnasium.
Showing behavior or personality changes.
A boy in a wrestling uniform grows red in the face as he looks around the gymnasium.
Being unable to remember events prior to or after the injury.
A girl holds up a lacrosse stick. A speech bubble appears above her head. It reads, "I don't know." Click the next button to continue. A black arrow points to the lower right corner.